it's Katelyn and Adam from Enta Asks. Click on the subscribe button below so you never miss an episode.
Also, you can follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook.
Hi, I'm Adam Kolozetti.
And I'm Katelyn Bullock. Today, we're really fortunate to have some amazing guests. We have Bruno Lindia and Miranda Sallis here. And Bruno is the creator of Dream, Reach, Achieve. And he's going to talk about what makes his company so perpetually epic.
You've been doing these since 2007?
Yeah, 2007, 2008, yeah.
So how many?
Miranda was 4 back then.
And how many have you done since 2007?
That's a good question. I don't know, about 200. You know, I when people say I don't like to exaggerate, you're just exaggerating. But the thing is that, you know, people go, oh, hundreds or thousands. And I started thinking about that when we did yours and you asked me that question. It's probably about 200. And one of the reasons why we haven't done more is just, or I haven't done more too, is that life got in the way and they're pretty exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
They're intense.
They're really intense. And I just had other businesses to do. And to be honest with you, I just don't onboard everybody. They really have to have that criteria of like given a, you know what, and there's nothing more fanatical about, running your business. And if somebody just says, I'll take this and I just want to make some more money, I don't know, it's not, what do you think?
There's not that much value in it. That's the beauty of having it set up like a consultancy. Is like, we will put in the work if you're ready to put in the work. Right. And we have that ability to vet, say, you know what, like, you're not ready. Right.
Yeah.
And if you are ready,
get back to the practice field.
That's right. If you're ready, you can like or dislike, but you can also click the link below and engage you guys, right?
Absolutely.
Engage us, yeah. Because I mean, you guys have been a huge part of what we're talking about. And one thing I want to really clarify is that I'm not bashing the virtual world or anything like this. We're in and we're out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not here to sell you, hey, 14 easy steps to, in the next 4 months, in the next 10 months, we're going to get you into the mental gym. That's not us, right? We walk in, we prep you a little bit, right? We kind of tell you, okay, there's no net. Right?
I think you said it'll either make you or break you.
It's either you're going to make it or you're
casually
you're
loaded.
And
I actually didn't sleep the night before. That's the truth. Yeah.
Are you really? Yeah. No, but I just want to make that clear. It's not like get hooked. What do you call it? Clickbait, right? Where you click this and get us in there. Don't worry, it'll be fine. And then you got a 400-year membership at the gym. That's not our program. That's not my program. To be quite honest, can I be really honest in this program? It's like, I'm not the guy. I kind of get disinterested. I'm more into get in, show you how to do it. Once you get it, you got it. I'm not that smart. Miranda's way smarter than I am. That's why we work together. And I'm not trying to be facetious. I know what I know. I help you out. And then that's it. There are better people to help you through the rest of your journey in the microscopic areas, right? So
like you guys.
Right. Enter Enta.
That's right.
So
hand off, high five.
I say cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Water. It's fantastic. There you go. If you can't, remember we said, if you can't have fun, go home.
There you go.
Go home, and if you're not crying, you're not trying.
Yeah, you like that one?
Okay.
I'm to break out the tears, Miranda.
You know where that one came? Did you see that? Yeah. That one came out because Katelyn, I can't remember your friend's name, the nutritionist.
Yeah, Megan.
Yeah. And they're walking like, did you ever cry at work? I cried at work.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are going to hate me for this.
And
you're going to, people think we're weak. And I'm like, I got to comment on this.
Right? He did. He had our back.
Like, had nothing to do. And it pops up and I go, if you ain't crying, you ain't trying. So good job or whatever.
You know what? I read that and I immediately thought, because my dad used to coach our soccer team growing up and he used to make us run up. There was this like one steep hill.
You know why he makes you run? Because he couldn't do it. That's
I got two friends that would sit at the top, and to this day, they still talk about crying at Coach Chris's practice.
Right.
But which I think is so cool because both you guys have sports backgrounds. Like Miranda's very involved in the business side of sports, and you've been a coach.
Yeah, I used to do it
forever. So I'm really interested. How has that business coaching influenced how you do your Dream, Reach, Achieve, and how you bring that to the business world?
Lots of analogies. Talk about moving the goalpost and Katelyn gets glossy eyes.
Sorry.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know. Why don't you take? You're way more into sports than I am. So.
No, I think that when it comes down to helping people achieve goals, that coaching element and that passion that's so prevalent in sport kind of just oozes out. So I don't think it's a purposeful integration. I think there's lots to be learned in the sport world into business and business into sport, from the way people navigate decision making and the passion that they bring to their daily activities. I think that's where sport lends some enthusiasm, but I don't think it's ever like a meaningful point of contact or context when we're doing these sessions.
Well, one of the things I really liked from your program and I took away was that know when you're on the field, when you're on the bench. Right? And I don't know sports, so I feel like that was like really good. But you know, it gave a nice picture, and like you said, analogies. It's good. It helps people relate to it, right? In a way that doesn't feel so daunting. Because sometimes thinking about our own businesses is a little intense and daunting, and in a way we can relate it to something that takes the pressure off.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I love that. It's great.
Well, I think the thing that I like to relate back to sport is there's a timer. Both on, you build a team and you hear these crazy stories about sport. And I think people in business kind of think, and I think this is just life in general until a major crisis happens in your life and you're just like, oh my God, I just got this disease. I got 3 months to live. Right? And I think this fallacy in business that I try to relate back at sport, because you get 2 timeouts or 3 timeouts in football or hockey, and that's it. Right? And then you have an intermission. You got 10 minutes. And if you don't come on the ice or the pitch,
if you're not prepared,
you're done. Right? And the season starts and it ends. So there's a lot of stories, like I started mentioning, is that people said, this player didn't get along with this player stole this player's wife, but they still had the same goal. But that's because they had 12 weeks. And then after 12 weeks, they never have to talk to each other again. Right? But I think there's a bit of an issue and a misconception that in business, you just kind of go till you go. Like, if we don't get it done today, we'll get it done tomorrow.
Yeah,
and that's
that person doesn't quite fit, but, it's a lot of effort to go and make this change or make that happen. And when it's like game day and who's ready, it's so much more cut and dry than the game of business, where it's like, wow, you had an off day, try again. It's a little bit more cutthroat in a way, but also like if you can make that link and think about your teammates in work and business as players on a game that you're trying to win, it kind of changes the perspective a little bit to put it out of your personal and into your, this is what I want to achieve.
Well, that's so interesting, because most businesses don't know, most people in their business don't know if they're winning.
Absolutely.
The senior leadership might know, and they might have a couple metrics, but like the game of business.
And I had this conversation today around strategic planning and operationalizing that plan, right?
Yeah.
It's the same with the dreaming and the achieving, right? You can put all the metrics and all the KPIs that you want on paper,
but if you don't have that ...
Exactly, and everybody doesn't know what game you're playing, right? If that can't be articulated right down to the intern that you've hired, well, that's where companies lose their footing, and that's global. That's not just in an entrepreneurial situation, but when it's your own business.
Yeah.
And there's so much personal passion and personal identity attached to your outcomes, it's very hard to strategize without putting your own personal feelings on the line, right? Which is, I think, a little bit what you guys learned is we know each other, we get along, we're business partners, but like the depth of knowing and the depth of are we really trying to achieve the same thing is where rubber hits the road.
And that was interesting too, because Adam and I had gone through a lot of that on our own, like building it. But whenever we would get to those conversations, we'd get as comfortable as we wanted to get, and then we would back away. And we didn't have anybody else to take us that step further. And that was the difference between and wow.
Yeah.
Wow, great. That's good to hear.
Sweet.
Yeah. So but most people when you're done, where's the mic drop?
May I add something for those of you that are
those of you at home
comfortable in your chair that should be getting uncomfortable. One of I'll let you know a little secret tactic that Miranda and I use, obviously, is that once we see you guys kind of or the participant's getting a little bit, I don't know if we should
Yeah.
go there. We kind of go, you know what, we just have to take this call, and we leave.
Yeah.
And we lock the doors, you're kind of like, now what do we do?
Good
And it's just kind of like
luck.
launching an emotional grenade in there.
Totally.
Yeah.
And people say that's kind of mean. We're saying, well, just so that you know, we didn't do it. You brought it up. And we're just going to let you guys chit chat about this. And I think that's if you ask about the secret ingredient about what we do in those sessions, is that if we can open it, right? Can open it. Did you like that?
Yeah.
If we can open
what
it,
happened
then we just you guys will keep going.
Circling around,
The
yeah.
hardest part about that can is just getting that out, you know what I mean? After that, you just pour it out.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's we may as well tell them the secret. The other secret is that sometimes we go
I don't know
out.
if you're ready.
We go out. But I mean, we go.
Wait,
exciting.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert, but no, this is kind of like behind.
Now here, click if you want to find out.
Click for the 5 steps. But wait, no, in all seriousness, is like there's a couple of times, including your session, like we kind of go, okay, let's go, and we're like, ooh, this is not going to end well. Like, poor
Right?
guys, it's like I feel bad for them,
Yeah.
and there are other times like, you know what, they're just kind of complain about the budget or something like
Yeah,
that.
let
But
'em
there are
work through
times
it.
where, right, we're
Yeah.
kind of like, oh boy,
This might not end well.
yeah, you go in first.
Yeah.
Use
What'd you
Miranda
guys
as a
learn?
barrier. I hope you enjoyed that episode as much as we did. So remember, if you know somebody who should be our guest on our next show, just click the link below.
Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe so that you'll never miss an episode.